Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am in university right now, like in my classroom. I have a class later, but it's lunch right now and everyone's out. But I wasn't really in the mood. I feel kind of sick, like my lung. She is not lunging today, but that's fine. We all have those days. I can't judge her. So yeah, I'm alone in my classroom. I really am hoping that no one walks in and sees me. Okay, we're not alone anymore, but that's fine. I can film an update in front of other people. That isn't embarrassing. So yeah, the project for this week is finishing all the ebooks I'm in the middle of because I've kind of gone insane a little bit. Currently reading one physical book, which is like a whole different thing, and we're not going to talk about it right now. We're talking about the 3 books that I have on my e-reader. These are them. Say hello. I'm 11% into Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. Emily St. John Mandel wrote not my favorite book of the year so far, but one of them, Sea of Tranquility. I really loved Sea of Tranquility, and I've been meaning to read more by her. And Station 11 is kind of, from what I understand, her most famous, most critically acclaimed novel. It is apparently the pandemic book, and I've just gotten to the part where like Earth doesn't function anymore as we know it. And I'm so far really enjoying the writing style, but I'm not really far enough to give any further updates. The next one I'm reading is In Manchuria by Micheal Meyer. This is a book by an American journalist who moved to a small town slash village in China's Dongbei area. The village is called Wasteland, which I think is funny. Like, I love Chinese names. And I'm 18% into this one, and so far it fills my heart. For those of you who don't know, I used to live in the Dongbei area of China a couple of years ago in a rather small town, not quite as small as Wasteland, but still decently village sized. And it's just, this book is just so nostalgic. It's reminding me of so many aspects of the Dongbei culture that I had already almost forgotten, and like the nostalgia hits so good. I also really like his writing style. Like, he has a very, let's say, lively and like there's so much love and admiration in the way he describes his country and its people, and it's really beautiful. And I'm really enjoying it so far. And then the third one is Howard's End by E.M. Forster. Someone else just walked in, but we are going to keep going. And this one I'm 71% into, and it's okay so far. I really like E.M. Forster, and I still continue to enjoy his writing, but the book itself, I don't know. The plot isn't really plotting. The characters aren't really charactering. That's all I can really say at this moment in time, but I am going to finish it, and hopefully my mind changes a little bit. But yeah, that's all that we're reading this week. I hope I can keep it to these 3. Let's see. All right, everyone, it is the next day. Do not be deceived by the fact that I'm wearing the same outfit. I'm in my dorm. I've been feeling kind of sick for the last 2-ish weeks. I think it's just the air quality. I do have asthma, and my lung has not really been breathing. And like I've been having chest pains. I've been feeling really tired, all of that. You're a bit high. I've been feeling tired, all of that kind of stuff. So I didn't go to class today. Does that mean I have finished all of the books we were talking about? No. Did I finish one of them? No. I did just go to the supermarket, and I thought I'd share a little haul with you. So the first exciting thing that I got, instant rum. These are like the instant rum flavor of China. I feel like what the Shin ramen is to Korea, that's what this is to China. It's is it Hong Shao Niuro? Man. Braised beef noodles. These aren't the best Chinese instant noodles, but they're still the ones that everyone eats. And like everyone, I feel like I know agrees that these aren't the best ones, but we still all eat them. And then I really just went out because I wanted to get some fruit. Because so I got some watermelon and I also got some cantaloupe. Is that what this is? I'm not sure actually. Yeah, it says some melon. Yeah, so I'm going to just snack on those right now. And I also got some iced tea. In case you were wondering, this is the best Chinese iced tea. If you're ever in China, this is the one. This one's a jasmine. That's the word. It's a jasmine lemon tea and it's so good. This brand in general, I quite like their teas. They are sweetened, they are flavored. Like these aren't natural, pure teas, but these are so good. And so I do not care. This one's my favorite. I really like the black lemon tea as well. The other kinds I'm not so into. I'm just going to have my feast of iced tea and melon now. And oh, I did want to update you on my reading. Sorry, I had to move. I'm on our balcony now. The vibes. So first of all, I made some progress in Howard's End by Ian Forster. And what I told you yesterday still kind of rings true. I don't know. I like Ian Forster's voice. I think you're very close to me. Yeah, that feels better. I still really do enjoy Ian Forster's voice. I like the way he speaks to me. I like the way he talks to me. But I don't like the plot of this book, which I find myself saying very rarely. I do not care for plot. Plot is really just a device for vibes, in my opinion. But the plot of this book is so like, what are we doing? Where are we going? Why are we here? And then also the characters. I really enjoyed the characters in the beginning of the book. Like it centers kind of two sisters, Helen and Margaret. And I really liked as in past tense, their relationship. But I just now find myself kind of not really caring for either of them. I do kind of still like Helen, but Margaret, I don't know, there's something, and I don't know, like maybe this is just a temporary shift of character and we're going to like kind of come back to who I think she truly is, because right now I feel like she's being quite inauthentic to herself. And there's a character that's kind of been introduced at the beginning of the book, but he's only really grown in relevance in the second half. And I don't really like him either. And I'm just like, where are we going? Like, why? I feel like after almost every chapter I've read in the last 3 hours that I've been reading this book, we could have just ended the book. Like, and not because it all feels so final, but because it feels so, how do you say that? Banal? Banal? Is that a word in English? It all feels so mundane, but not in a good way. It doesn't feel like Ian Foster is making the mundane worthwhile. It's just mundane, period. So yeah, I think I'm going to finish the book. I'm 75% of the way through. And like I do hope that it gets better. And again, I do still really enjoy Ian Foster's writing, but this book, unfortunately, I don't think is for me, which is so sad because in the beginning, like I don't think I've told you this, but like I really enjoyed this book in the beginning. As I said, I really enjoyed the character dynamics and kind of the discussions this book was having, and now not so much. And then the next book I'm reading is, can you see that? Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. I'm 36% of the way through now, so just over 1/3. And I love Emily St. John Mandel. Oh my god. Like, me reading this book is like, I'm just shocked the entire time. I'm gagged, if you will. And there's something about her writing specifically. I can't describe it to you. Like you have to experience it, but it's so I care about her characters. Like I remember I started this book once before and I only got one chapter, but I stopped because I was so invested in the characters that like I just knew the premise of this book would be too devastating for me to handle. after one chapter, I was that attached to her characters. And I'm finding I'm finding that to be the case now as well. I'm so enthralled by these characters, and it's really just like I can't even describe what exactly it is, but the way Emily St. John Mandel really dances around time, which is something I'm coming to notice I really enjoy in fiction. And we are in all of these different timelines, and we're like in the present timeline, and then suddenly we're like 30 years prior, and I don't care because I still care about everything that's happening. It's kind of the opposite to Howard's in that way, in that I do care about everything that happens, and I do like the characters. And I've just had a thought while reading that I feel like this is the kind of book that I would recommend to Virginia Woolf fans. And I do realize that like speculative sci-fi fiction from the 21st century and meditative literary stream of consciousness fiction from the early 20th century, they might not sound like they have a lot in common, but they do. I can't pinpoint it, but they do. You just have to trust me. If you like Virginia Woolf, read Emily St. John Mandel. The other way around too. If you want to get into classics and you really enjoy this author, I think Virginia Woolf might be for you. So yeah, I've been obsessed, absolutely loving this book. I feel like I'm looking at a 5 stars. Like I don't want to speak too soon, obviously. I'm only a third of the way through, but if this continues in quality and in character work as we have gone so far, I have something in my eye. But yeah, if we continue in quality, this is looking to be a 5 stars, which is so exciting because I've already had a 5 star in October. If you don't know me, I only rate about 2 books every year 5 stars. Like maybe 3. Last year was only 1, 2 on a good day. This year it's been so far I think 3, and one of them was this month. So if this is gonna be a 5 stars, I'd have 2 out of 4 5 stars in October, which is crazy. That never happens to me. I never have more than 1 star in a quarter. So, uh, yeah, that is my update so far. I have to go out in a bit for dinner. I don't want to go out. I don't want to leave my room. I don't want to do anything, but I have to. I think I'm gonna go honestly to McDonald's. If you live abroad, you know. If you've moved abroad, you know. And I think today I just need to have some fries. All right, everyone. You'd think that I am using this chance to update you on the fact that I have in fact finished a book and we can talk about it. Well, you would be incorrect. I have not finished any books. I've also just gotten up like 15 minutes ago, so if I still look a little bit scrunchy, munchy, squishy, squished, maybe that's why. So I teased in like one of my updates, I think that I'm also reading a physical book right now. And I think I'm now like ready to share this commitment with you, all right? Crime and Punishment, baby. It is finally happening. For those of you that do not know, this is the oldest book on my TBR. I bought this in 2020 and I actually attempted to read it in 2020 as well, but I just couldn't get into it and it's been sitting on my shelf ever since. But I am happy to report that I'm almost 160 pages into it. I'm annotating, like, look at how cute my little sticky tabs are. Can you see that? I don't know. There we go. Don't. Okay. And I'm annotating it and I'm having a good time. However, this is like a 20 pages an hour kind of novel for me. I've been reading quite a bit of this, like time-wise in the last couple of days, but I haven't necessarily read a lot of this page-wise, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It just doesn't really fit with the goal of finishing books. And then so I've made the executive decision that I'm definitely going to try to finish Howard's End and Station 11 before the end of the week, or before the end of the month. Today's Sunday, the 27th, so I have 4 more days left. 5 including today. So I've made the executive decision to prioritize Station 11 and Howard's End, because those two I think I can really realistically finish in the next 4 or 5 days. Into Howard's End, I'm 77% in. And honestly, I would really like to finish it today. I'm not sure if that's like realistic because it is a classic and the writing is a little bit more dense, I want to say. So it is a little bit harder to like get into the book and stay into the book. I always say, like, I think there are books that are meant to be read in like 20-page chunks, and there are books that are meant to be read in like 200-page chunks. And this book is definitely more on the 20-page side. I'm hoping that like the ending is going to pick up a little bit and that I'm actually going to have something to hold me in this book other than the fact that I just like Ian Foster. And then Station 11. Oh, and Kobo says I have another 2 hours. That's 2 hours left in Howard's End. And usually the Kobo estimated reading time is relatively accurate. My God. And then we have Station 11. I'm 36% into that one. Kobo says I have another 4 hours left. And then in Manchuria by Michael Meyer, I'm 18% through, and Kobo says I have another 9 hours left. However, I do have to say this is a book that I sometimes read in class, which I would never read in class. That's obviously so stupid and disrespectful to the teacher, and you should never do that, and I wouldn't personally. But like if I were to do it, I'd usually like put the Kobo in my lap so that the teachers can't see it, and then I'd listen in, and then I'd read a page, and then I'd listen in again, and then I'd read another page, and so therefore kind of messes up the reading time because I go a lot slower because I spend hypothetically time in between, listening to my teachers. So I think that's more like maybe 7 or 8 hours accurately. And then if we do finish anything today, that would be my 6th novel of the month, I think. Or 6th book of the month, which is so good for me. I still can't believe that I'm like, I'm actually doing that. Okay, but yeah, I am going to get dressed, grab myself a hot water bottle because it's cold, and then we'll get into some cozy reading.